This is these are civil infractions, correct?
Four.
No, I got it. There's four matters that are criminal matters or misdemeanor matters, and there's three that are civil. Right now, we're addressing the civil infractions, right? Counsel, where'd you go? Lost you.
Before?
Yeah.
Time for that box pop up to let them know we live if they hit the wrong thing there. He's out there in the way.
All right, we have you back.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Boffman, I see we have three civil matters that we're going to address right now, and then we'll deal with the misdemeanor matters. All right. These are civil infractions. Are you waiving your client's presence, sir?
I am, Your Honor.
Very well. This is ticket number SP123199991. What was that? Presidential candidate 999. The People versus Trevon, Trevon Mathis, Mathis. Mr. Mathis is charged with speeding, driving 31 plus miles per hour over the posted speed limit. Mr. Mathis also has SP123199993, civil infraction for no insurance. And lastly, Mr. Mathis has SP123199992, civil infraction for no receipt or registration. Those are the charges. So how is your client going to proceed on these matters, sir?
Your Honor, as to those matters, the defendant asks that a responsible plea be entered on his behalf. I have full authority to operate and make that agreement with the prosecutor.
Very well. All right. On each of these matters, the court will enter a plea of responsible as charged on here. So on the ticket ending in 9991, the speeding ticket, the people you're indicating your client's going to plead responsible on that. That is a civil infraction, and the fine for that, sir, is actually $195, but it adds 4 points to the record, his record. On ticket ending in, and these incidents all occurred on July 29, 2021 in the city of Detroit. On ticket ending in 9992, again, all these tickets happened at the same time, 7/29/2021. The no receipt or registration, the court will find your client responsible for that. That fine is $105. And lastly, on ticket ending in 9993, no proof of insurance. Again, that's a civil infraction. That is a fine. That is $195. So each of those matters your client is pled responsible for. You've already indicated that he is in a Milan federal lockup. And well, not exactly sure how he's going to pay that. Actually, he may be making money in the system. So, but he's indicated he's going to plead responsible to that. So, the court will accept it. As far as Mr. Mathis has some other tickets, these are criminal matters or misdemeanor matters, and he has ticket number P1321600. Misdemeanor for no insurance and a misdemeanor for driver's license never acquired. He has ticket number P1089833, driver's license never acquired, misdemeanor. And lastly, there is P1232183, misdemeanor for driving a motor vehicle without a valid license. The people have indicated in that Mr. Mathis is in a federal prison, and obviously will not be on a, I have no idea how long he'll be locked up for, but the people have indicated that because he is in federal prison, they would dismiss these matters. I don't know if that's the reason or rationale behind it is that he basically can have this time running um, at the same time that he's in prison. If he was going to plead, the people just indicated that they would just dismiss these matters.
That's
I'm
correct.
calling this, and I'm doing this, counsel, because it's a dismissal, so there's no prejudice to it. Your client is not present, but we can proceed with a dismissal. And that's about the only thing we can do about it, him being present.
Thank you, Your Honor. I stipulate the probable cause for that recommendation. Thank the prosecutor and the court.
All right. All right. Do you have anything else ready?
Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you. That was his, he was retained.
Oh, okay.
Your Honor, for Mr. Mitchell Camel, when the court is ready, we're just going to be setting another date for him. He's going to take a
Very well.
driver's improvement course, and the offer on his ticket is going to be left open.
All right. So I will do that in 1 second. Let me just finish writing these up. So unlike you, Madam Clerk, and Madam Assistant Prosecutor Attorney, who keeps these things present at the frontal lobe of their brain, if I step away from it for a second, will not come back and remember what I'm supposed to do on it.
No worries, Your Honor.
Yep, all those wonderful things that occur when you get a little older. Maybe I never had it. I don't know. So. All right, what do we have next?
Attorney Gabe Robinson, client, Mitchell Camel.
Mitchell Camel. Mitchell Camel. Okay. Said I thought it was Campbell. All right, Attorney Gabe Robinson, we are ready to call your case. Let's see.
Mr. Mitchell Camel, turn your video on.
All right, sir, raise your right hand and state your full name.
Torian Mitchell Camel.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
Yes, Your Honor.
You may lower your hand, sir. Mr. Mitchell Camel, you have ticket number P1413033, People versus Torian, Taurean. Last name is hyphenated, Mitchell hyphen Camel, Camel. Mr. Mitchell Camel, on this ticket, you have 3 misdemeanors. They are all in fault. Count 1 is driving 21 to 25 miles per hour over the posted speed limit. Count 2 is driving with your bright lights glaring. And count 3 is defective or missing equipment. Again, they are all civil infractions. You also have ticket number P1413035. That is a misdemeanor for driving without a valid license. Count 2 is a civil infraction for no proof of insurance. That civil infraction should be in default as well because it is from December 6th of 2022. Counsel?
Good morning, Your Honor. Attorney Phyllis Gaden Robinson on behalf of Mr. Mitchell Camel. Your Honor, there has been an offer made to him, but we are anticipating a better offer if Mr. Mitchell Camel does the driver's improvement course. So he is going to ask for another date so that we have an opportunity for him to do a driver's improvement course. Can we set this matter for a trial date?
All right. Well, the only matter that would be for trial would be the driving while licensed not valid. The other four matters are all civil infractions. So those would have a formal hearing.
Yes, Your Honor, and I believe they're going to follow along. There is an offer that Ms. Rogers is willing to keep open, but on the file, we're just trying to improve that offer with the driver's improvement course.
All right, what date are we talking about?
Your Honor, can he have at least 30 days to get it done?
Yeah, we can do that.
Thank you.
Um, Madam Clerk, are we taking these out of default?
Yeah, that's fine.
Your Honor, I'm asking that the court please consider taking the matters out of default and setting it aside as Mr. Mitchell Campbell is before the court and we're trying to help him get a valid license.
Okay, yes, that's what I was just discussing with Madam Clerk, and we're going to do that. We're going to take them out of default status, put them in an active status, give you you didn't ask for a pretrial date, you asked for a trial date, is that correct?
I did, Your Honor.
All right.
Would you like, is the court's preference that we do a pretrial date?
Well, if in fact we are going to, if you're at least 90% sure that it's going to be some type of negotiated offer, then I'd rather not, because I don't really like subpoenaing officers and having them come down for a trial. And I understand they get court time, but I don't like to waste their time and have them come down for a trial where something we really know is probably going to be worked out. So we'll do a pretrial date. We'll just certainly give your client enough time to do what he has to do, so it's not a waste of time. And I'd rather give him a little more time on the front end than to push it and not be able to complete what he is intending to do. So you think 30 days is enough, counsel? I don't know if you call the Secretary of State and you try to make an appointment to do something. I know these driver improvement courses, he can just do those online and schedule them himself. So 30 days should be enough. 30 days from today's date is December the 7th. December the 7th, counsel. Attorney Gaten Robinson, can you hear me?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry. I lost sound. I must have hit the wrong thing over here. I'm sorry.
Oh, did you not hear what I said?
I heard you say that you were going to remove the matters from default, and that your preference was that we do a pretrial date and instead of a trial date. Did I miss something beyond that?
Yes, I was giving you a pretrial date of December the 7th.
Okay, Mr. Mitchell.
Yes,
December
ma'am.
the 7th, you're going to use the same Zoom login information you used today. You are going to have the documentation of having completed that driver's improvement course that I already told you about.
Yes, ma'am.
They will send you a certificate. You need to have a printed out copy of it when you log into your next court date.
Okay.
So you don't do it that morning.
Yeah, so I'd also suggest that he email that to the court email address the night before. So when we come in, we'll see it first thing and we can call that case quickly.
Okay. So did you write down the court's email address?
Is it the same one for the Zoom or is it opposite of that?
Nope, it's an email address.
Okay.
Your Honor, can we please have the email
Madam
address?
Clerk, did you send that to Mr. Mitchell Campbell?
What
Did you send him the email address so he can send us his certificate of proof of completion?
I can't.
We're going to send you a chat, sir. It's going to have the email address on it. So you either print that, take your cell phone or something, do a screenshot or something, so you will have that and write it down however you want to do it.
Okay.
I personally like doing screenshots or something with my phone because that way I don't lose it and I'll have it, you know, without error. So
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Oh, you sent it? Do you see it, Mr. Campbell? It's in your
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
chat.
Screenshot it.
I'm doing that right now as we speak. Got it.
All right.
All
Have a
right.
great day.
So the night before you come back to court, you send that to that email address.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Or first thing in the morning. So we'll have it. All right. Good luck to you, sir. We'll see you on December the 7th at 9 a.m.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Miss Bonnie, can I ask you please to do me a favor?
Yes.
The offer on Mr. Minor, can you scan that over to me? Because I'm squinting my eyes trying to see it in my phone.
Okay.
And it's a lot going on the form. So I just want to make sure I explain it to him right.
Can I see that phone?
Which one?
Minor.
Arms too short to box with guys.
Oh,
Madam
Or to,
Clerk,
or to pull a file up.
yes.
when you get a chance, can you put Mia and the interpreter in a breakout room?
I got it.
Thank you.
Mr. Rucker, you need me to help you with anything after I get done with Mr. Minor? Are you good?
Well, I'm gonna go talk with them, but Mills, who's out, I've already done him. It's gonna be a improper place, dismiss the balance.
Okay, I'll do that on the record while you're in there.
Okay, appreciate it.
No worries.
Yeah, Bengali translator.
Yeah, he's in the room. He's in the breakout room.
Hey there. How are you?
I wonder, well, I can zoom in. My jury trial didn't go. So.
Okay.
Oh,
Wait a minute. So you're telling me that you and what's it, Kaczynski?
Kowinski?
Yeah,
I know I
Kowinski.
keep calling him Kowinski.
Yeah.
Kowinski.
Yeah, Kowinski. You both had a jury
Well,
trial
I've
today?
never picked a jury before, so I was going through the,
It was a
here.
training session.
Yes.
I see.
Unfortunately, the guy, when he saw the video, it helped him understand that he was guilty.
That it wasn't gonna work, huh?
Attorney Gabe Robinson, can you send me a text with your email? Because for some reason it's not popping up on my work email.
You said you love me, but you don't act like it.
You know what? Never mind. I got it. I forgot I saved it under your attorney name and not,
Okay.
Good cover. Good cover. Good.
No,
good
I really do.
recovery. So, I believe you.
There's no trying to start.
I said I believe you. I said I believe you. I don't know why. I said I believe you. Why is that a problem? What costs too much?
Benefits.
Everything costs too much. Living costs.
And Your Honor, I will stand in for Mr. Rucker on Mr. Mills for the plea.
Very well. Madam Clerk, is Ms. Gaten Robinson waiting for you for, can I call this case?
No, she just said it.
No, she said it, but I thought you were doing something for her, but.
No,
I
that
didn't
was
know if
something
this-
else.
Okay. All right, Mr. Charles Mills, unmute your microphone, raise your right hand and state your full name. You have to unmute, sir. You're still muted. let me send a prompt to you so it might help you out. Look at your screen.
I'm here, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Mills, you went to get a little tech support, huh?
Yes, sir.
Okay. For me, they're all anyone under 12 years old is my tech support.
Right.
I tell you, those grandchildren, their brains work with this in a digital way. I'm still analog. So, all right, Miss Gaten Robinson, you were saying something and looks
My
like it was
4-year-old can
probably
do stuff on his tablet that I still don't know how to do. He know how to put captions on, all kind of stuff. And if I try to touch it, he moved my hand like, go on.
Right.
Oh, I said under 12. The 12-year-olds, they get maxed out. The 5, 6-year-olds, they can do anything on the computer. It's amazing. And sometimes I look at them, I say, well, how did you know how to? Because I know what you do every day and I know where you are. So I don't know where that knowledge came from. So I didn't give it to you.
It's
So,
like reflexes.
all right, Mr. Charles Mills, sir. Raise your right hand and state your full name, sir, again.
Charles Kenny Mills, Your Honor.
You swear or affirm to tell the complete truth, sir?
Yes, sir.
You may lower your hand. Mr. Mills, you have ticket number P1435328. The People versus Charles, common spelling, Charles. Mills, Mills. Mr. Mills, you have 2 charges or 2 counts under this ticket number. And both are misdemeanors. Count 1 is driving unregistered motor vehicle. Count 2 is having no insurance on a motor vehicle. Attorney Gaten Robinson?
Attorney Gaten Robinson, on behalf of Mr. Mills, Your Honor, it's my understanding that if he pleads to 1 count of improper plate, the other matter will be dismissed. He would like to take advantage of that. Is that correct, Mr. Mills?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Mills, you understand, and the reason I swore you is you understand you have a constitutional right to have a trial and challenge these matters. You understand you can do that?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you went to trial, the prosecution would have to present evidence. That evidence as presented would have to rise to a level of proof beyond a reasonable doubt before a judge or a jury could find you guilty. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, and again, you have a right to challenge that. So you can call witnesses. Well, you can challenge everything that the people present, but then you could go on the offense as well. You can present evidence on your own behalf. You can call witnesses on your own behalf. You can testify on your own behalf, although it is not required and you cannot be compelled to testify. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
These rights you relinquish or give up, sir, if you take the plea, because what will happen now if you take a plea, this matter would be resolved today, but you will have given up any rights that you have to go to trial. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Pleading guilty of your own free will, Mr. Mills?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you pleading guilty because you are guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
I know people look at me kind of cross-eyed when I say that. What does that mean? The reason I say that, sir, Mr. Mills, is often people will walk into this courtroom and they say, well, I'm not guilty, but I want to get this over with. You see, Mr. Mills, then this would no longer be a court of justice. It would be a court of convenience. It's like, oh, it's convenient for you to plead guilty and take a good deal, but it's not justice. I cannot allow an innocent person to plead guilty. All right. So, Mr. Mills, you've indicated you're pleading guilty because you are guilty. Counsel, can I voir dire your client with respect to the charges itself?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Mills, on the date of March the 16th of 2023, were you driving a motor vehicle in the area of westbound Jefferson and Woodward in the city of Detroit?
Yes, Your Honor.
At that date and time, sir, the vehicle you were driving, was that your vehicle?
No, Your Honor.
Was not your vehicle. Okay, that may make a difference. I don't know. Mr. Mills, sometimes people have a car, even if it's not in their name, it's still actually their car. Was the car your vehicle, sir? Even, I don't care whose name it was in.
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Mills, the vehicle you were driving, did you know it was not insured?
No, Your
That's
Honor.
That's not a hard question, sir.
No.
You knew or you didn't?
Yeah, I knew, Your Honor.
All right. So you knew the vehicle wasn't insured. Did you know that the vehicle was not registered? Didn't have a current, every year you have to get a new registration, get new plates. Did you know
No, I
that
didn't
hadn't
know that.
happened on this car? You did not know?
No. It was
Okay.
my daughter's car.
Yeah, let me ask the question a little differently. It was not your car. Did you have use of it?
No, I was just asked to drive it to go pay the taxes. Yeah, I had use of it.
No, more than just this particular day, as I'm asking, because
No,
often
no, no,
people
no,
have.
sir. No, Your Honor. No, Your Honor. Just this
Oh,
one day.
okay. All right. Well, yeah, Madam Counsel, as we know and what we learned in school, those little two French phrases that refer to mens res and actus reus. Okay, you can have an act and no knowledge, and it cannot be a criminal offense. So,
All
I
right,
guess
we'll
we're gonna
have to
have to go
talk
to
to Miss
trial.
Roger, Miss Rogers.
Yes. All right. Well, let me ask you one last question, Mr. Mills. If we go into the Secretary of State and we run this plate, it's not going to come back with your name on it, is it?
No, no, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Ms. Gaten Robinson, I guess you're going to have to talk to Ms. Rogers and see if you cannot plead guilty. That's what I was talking about earlier today. So you cannot plead guilty if you are not guilty. So, all right. All
Give
right,
me a
you just
minute,
hold
Mr.
on,
Mills,
sir.
okay? Is Miss Rogers sitting in your courtroom right now, Your Honor?
No, she's not.
Okay. Mr. Mills, give us a moment. We'll be back with you, okay?
Okay.
Is your assistant with you today, Attorney Gaten Robinson, or are they away
He
doing
is.
their morning actions?
He is entertaining himself in his own office.
Okay.
Yes, but he is with me. He had a fever and a stomach bug when he came home from school yesterday, so we're being cautious. I don't try to get other
Okay.
children.
Yes. Yeah, we don't want to catch anything from anybody else, and nor do we want to share it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to, I try to be the mother not sharing. Not every mother is that way, and I understand, but I try not to share.
No, that's the right thing to do. Unfortunately, there are some who don't really have the ability to stay home themselves.
And so because I know that, I do what I can not to force them in a position because of a germ brought to their baby by my baby.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, it's some adults that need to learn that, to stay home and not bring their germs to places.
Yeah, you know what, as we used to say back in the day, the cooties.
Mm-hmm.
Keep your cooties. Sharing is not a good thing for everything.
It's not caring.
Yeah, it's not at all. More disrespectful.
Okay, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna talk to Mr. Minor, and then I'll reach out to Sydney.
Okay.
Okay.
That was really fast. You are like working warp speed or something.
Oh no, I'm not back. I just was pulling up the email that I got
okay.
from Miss Bonnie so that I could talk to him intelligently without squinting my eyes.
You over there jamming.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
Very well, sir. How are you?
Good.
Good night. All right, General.
Yeah.
Are
So,
we ready, Attorney Rucker, on, Mia
Yeah.
case?
On both Mills and Mia, yes, sure, yes.
which one do you want us to call first, sir?
Oh, we can go ahead and do the one with the interpreter, Judge. That's okay with you?
Now, no, that's preferred.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Interpreter.
Yes, Judge.
Okay, let's do, there you go. Raise your right hand, state your full name.
Judge, good morning. Syed Zaman, the court interpreter.
Do you swear to interpret Bengali to English and English to Bengali to the best of your ability, sir?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
You may lower your hand. Mr. Interpreter, I don't know how many dialects they have in Bengali, but
I do speak his dialogue.
you do speak his dialect. Okay, so we have no problem with the various dialects. Does Mr. Mia speak any English at all?
Little bit, Judge.
Okay, all right. Would you have Mr. Mia raise his right hand and state his full name, please?
By Afna Dainat Tuluka.
I am MD Mia.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the complete truth?
আপনি কসম করে কইকা আপনি যা কইবা সত্য কইবা নি?
Yes.
আতলা মৌকা।
You may lower your hand. All right. Mr. Mia, you have ticket number SN2247881.
ভাই আপনার টিকিট নাম্বার হলো SN 22-47-881।
Yes.
You're charged with one count of catching and keeping undersized fish after fishing in the Belle Isle area.
আপনি বেলাইলো আপনার একটা অভিযোগ হইলো আপনি আন্ডার সাইজ মানে নিয়মর চেয়ে ছোট ফিশ ধরার লাগি এটা হলো একটা অভিযোগ খালি উনুন জানো
Yeah.
Yes.
You're also charged with SN2247882.
আপনি আরেকটা টিকিট নাম্বার হলো SN 22-47-882।
You're charged with catching and retaining over the legal limit for fishing at the Detroit River.
আপনি বেলাইল ডিট্রয়েট রিভারও সেকেন্ড দ্বিতীয় অভিযোগ যেটা এটা হইলো নিয়মের চেয়ে অতিরিক্ত অতিরিক্ত ফিশ ধরার লাগে।
Again, both of these charges occurred in Belle Isle, on or at Belle Isle in the city of Detroit.
দুইটাও ঘটনা ঘটছে বেলাইল সিটি অফ ডিট্রয়েট।
All right, counsel, was an offer made on these matters?
There was an offer made, Judge. The offer is plead straight up to both charges for a stipulated fine of $510 as opposed to $820.
জাজে জিজ্ঞাসন যে সরকারি উকিল মানে আমরা হাউস কাউন্সিল যে তান্ডে যে তুমি কোনো মীমাংসা কিছু করছো নি সালিসি তান কইছেন হয় জাজ ওইসে লামসাম $510 তাই দিবা দিও অভিযোগ তাই স্বীকারাইবা $820 জায়গায় $510 দিবা।
Well, I'm going to reject that offer, counsel, because I don't know where that $800 came from. These are misdemeanors. These fines come from the court. These are not fines that happen from the state like a civil infraction. So I don't know where the state has come up with that $800 from.
Your Honor,
Yes.
Judge, can I translate that?
Yes, please.
Okay. জাজে কইছেন সরকারি উকিল রে কইছেন আমি কেন মানতাম না ই সালিসি অফার আমি মানতাম না $820 কান্তনে খাইলো ইগু আমি জাজে অর্ডার দিতাম কত টাকা ইগু তো স্টেটর ইগু ইও নাই হে কইতো নির্ধারিত করিয়া ইগু আমি মানতাম না।
The fines, Your Honor, are a result of restitution. It's $10 per fish, and he had 82 over the limit. So it was actually $820, but apparently there was some discussion that was a bit much from him from his previous court hearing. And so the state prosecutor spoke with the conservation officer as I was present, and then they agreed to reduce the restitution to $510 as opposed to the $820 because it's $10 per fish. So
Well-
that's where that number came in, Judge.
Fine,
Restitution.
Koira,
That still
Sorry,
doesn't
Kyle,
make sense. Because on a misdemeanor charge, the court sets the fine.
জাজে তাই কইছেন সরকারি উকিল করে 10 টাকা ইচ ফিস 82টা ফিস ধরছে কনজারভেশন অফিসারের লগে প্রসিকিউটরে আমিও আসলাম মাতিয়া তারা কমাইয়া লামসাম 510 টাকা হইছে জাজে এগেইন উঠিয়া কইরা ইগু অফিসার স্টেটর বিজনেস না ইগু আমি জজে হইতাম হে হইতে পারতো না
And I believe it wasn't a fine, but they coined it as restitution, Your Honor, if that makes a difference.
Yeah, no, I understand what they coined it as, but I've never seen that, nor have I heard anybody said a $10 fine for a restitution for restitution. Who? I like to see that, counsel, because
আমি না আমি এটা দেখতাম চাই আমি এটা মানি আনতাম না আমার বই জানিয়ে দেখাও যে আমি লা কোনোদিন উঠছি না যে জাজ হিসাবে যে মনে হোক আপনার $10 করি এখো ফিস আর অত টাকা মনে হোক আমার দেখাও আনিয়া আইন দেখাও
বিজনেসে লাগিয়েছেন
আপনি মাত্র না ভাই
না হয়েছে পারতাম না
well, we need to have Miss Rogers. I mean, not Miss Rogers, but yeah. I want to have the prosecutor come in here. I want to know where that comes from because that's a lot of money, and I don't know that there's a charge for undersized fish. So you got a fish that's small, and you're going to say the restitution for that fish is $80 because you said all together it was 10, so that's $800.
Well,
জাজে কইরা যে
You got a hungry man who wants to fish, and then the state charges him $800 for 8 fish or something like that. I need to see where that came from. And then somebody's just making that up.
no, well, Your Honor, I just know from personal experience, those fines are crazy like that. Like for honey, if you take a buck and then they'll charge you like maybe $1,000 a point. So you could be at $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 easily with those DNR tickets. I mean, I do know that, but we can see what Ms. Cole has.
জাজে ভাই জাজে মানরা না মনে কাফনা তাই সরকারি স্কুল রে কইরা যে গরিব মানুষ পেটর দায় অন গেছে 2 টাকার ফিস নাই অত টাকা ফাইন আমারে আনিয়া সরকারি প্রসিকিউটর সরকারি উকিল আওকাই আমার লগে মাতক আইন দেখাও কামারে
Yeah. Well, we're going to get the attorney back in because I know people that fish because they want to eat, and then you're going to charge them more than the person who fishing who needs to eat, and you're going to charge them some crazy amount of money. I mean, it's a little different in my vision for a fish as opposed to shooting buck and deer, where people do that just for sport half the time, which is absolutely madness to me. But I'm not a hunter, and I don't believe in I can't impose my beliefs. But I want to see something that shows that is a fine or restitution that is recognizable by the state as opposed to an individual conservation officer who thinks that's what it should be. I want to see something that shows that is something that is approved by the state or even suggested or ordered by the state. Because that's a lot of money. And then to say, well, we're going to reduce it to $300. I don't know for a person who might be fishing because they're hungry, if that's any better. So I want to make sure that is something that we'll come back to this case as soon as that we get in touch with Ms. Cole or the because what that would suggest to me is if somebody's going to get that kind of charge, I'm not going to charge them a fine if they're automatically paying some restitution, which is another word for fine.
Judge
We'll recall this case.
whatever you said
We're going to recall this
আবার
case.
ডাকবা
10 টাকারও মাছ হইতো না
ভাই মাতিও না বাবা মাতিয়ে বেড়ে লাগে ওনার বা
Okay.
All right, Attorney Gabe Robinson or Attorney Rucker, do you have anything else? Because I'm waiting for APA Cole to come in for that other case.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Charles Mills.
Charles
Well,
Mills, very well.
We tried Mr. Mills. Mr. Mills didn't make the factual basis unless you were given a new offer.
He didn't make it.
Wait, don't send me on that.
Oh, I can't give an offer, so we're waiting for Miss Rogers.
He
To come
didn't
back.
make the factual basis. He said that it was not his car.
Oh,
He
that's
said
right.
that-
That's right. I know which case this was.
Yeah.
The question is,
I was
if
standing in
that's-
for Mr. Rucker, so I'm just explaining to Mr. Rucker what happened. He said that
Yeah,
it wasn't his car. He was not aware that it didn't have insurance, and he was not aware that the plates were not valid.
But he was driving.
counsel. In criminal law, there's two things. There's race just died, and actus reus, right?
Mhm. Yes,
Actus
Your Honor.
reus and actus. Wait a minute, what is it? Actus reus and what's the other one, counsel?
Mens res.
Knowledge, not just an act. Yeah, the act. Actus reus, which is the act, and mens res, which is knowledge. If I borrow your car and I have no knowledge that the registration is not valid, what illegal act have I prevented? What knowledge did I have that I was, I don't think there's any strict behavior or knowledge. You can't just say, you're driving a car, you didn't have a registration, it's not my car, I didn't know, no insurance, I didn't know, I drove my car to the, it's got to be a criminal act. It has to have criminal knowledge, except in cases of strict liability, and this is not one of them.
So, Judge, I want to make sure I'm understanding this right. Because you're telling me you have to have knowledge, even though you're operating the vehicle.
Counsel, what criminal case can you commit without knowledge? Knowledge is necessary on every criminal case. So it's got to have the act and it's got to have knowledge, right? All right, this is not your case. This is your case with the.
It is Mr. Rucker's case.
Right, Mr. Rucker's case, but I was talking about another case now.
The Mia case,
Oh,
was attorney as well.
Oh, all right, both of them. Let's see, where's the other one now? Mr. Maybe both of these are yours.
No.
I know.
Both cases are not.
Well, that's what I was asking. Yeah, that's what I was asking. Only,
Mia cases.
that's what I'm saying. So Mr. When.
Attorney Rucker.
No, I got it. So, but somebody said when she came in, it was her case also, but it's not. This is the fishing case.
Yes.
All right.
Is the DNR officer?
No, he left. I don't see him around here anymore.
So my question is, he was saying that there's some, the fine was gonna be $500.
It's $10 for each fish over the legal limit, and there were.
And where does that fine come from? Where does that fine come from?
Conservation, I have the statute.
The statute, I'd like to see with the.
Oh, yeah, I can get that for you.
Yeah.
It's $10 for each fish over the limit. And also there was another, I think there was one undersized one, the bass. Because Attorney Rucker and I spoke with the conservation officer. I told him to wait till but then we knocked down, I said, can we knock the fine down? Because there were 82 actual fish over the 25 legal limit. And he said we agreed to knock it down to a $500 fine and the $10 conservation fee. So if you want me to get that statute.
So the statute says $10 for every fish over the limit.
And it's a misdemeanor.
And that's where my problem came in, because most misdemeanors, the fine is set by the judge. Or any criminal case, the fine is set. It's very few things that the statute says, but there are some. And that's one to see. If the statute says that fine is that's crazy.
Well, I think 82 fish over the legal limit of 25, that's a lot of, I don't know how long they were out there fishing, but I can certainly, I don't know what.
No, I mean, no. If we're following a statute, then that's fine. I'm just saying there's very few things, except a lot of the DNR stuff where they have baked in a fine. Most, you know, somebody could shoot someone and the state doesn't tell me what the fine is or the sentence, you know, so, but in this particular case, almost every fine is set by the judge, except this DNR stuff, so, which is, you know, which means they become.
We've had discussions with Van Mark, Elizabeth Van Mark, they said a lot of times the way they have it set up in other districts is they pay a fine. The tickets dismissed.
Yeah,
And they've been trying to get us to kind of work around that. They pay the fine, you know, it doesn't have to be, you know, we need to work in-house to kind of create something like that.
yeah, that would make more sense, actually. Because this can be, so this is a fine, which means if they don't pay it, that it's not something that was set by the court. So what happens then? So if the person doesn't pay it, huh?
No, I don't know.
They're not, the judge hasn't said anything for them to say you violated my order, I'm going to send you to jail. So what happens then?
I can't, I guess like it would be up to the discretion of the court if he doesn't pay the fine. I was thinking perhaps we could make it at least a delayed sentence.
Well, I can do that.
Okay.
Or let's say, let's change that around. You can recommend that and then the court can impose, you know, so.
They are two, right now it's charged with two.
Yeah, still could do a delay sentence.
Pay the fines and the case will be dismissed.
So, and
We'll
how,
get you a copy of that.
I think that's because you know, like I said, it gets stretched out. If it's not paid, what happens? You know, it's ridiculous. But you know, it's funny when they start building statutes and doing things with conversation officers that really take away the power as judge, which, you know, you have a judge here on cases because that's a way of maintaining some type of consistency instead of, you know, any event. All right, you said it exists. I'll accept that.
I'll bring you a copy though.
Well, yeah, for later, but I don't need it now. All right. In fact, do you have any objection to a delayed sentence?
None whatsoever.
All right. All right, Mr. Rucker.
Yes, sir.
All right. Ms. Cole says there is something that I've never seen presented to the court before. So
as I was looking up some stuff, Judge, I did see something that said fines for over the bag limits for fish. What I see $50 to $500. I was still looking for something that said $10, but I do see $50 to $500.
That's, you know, it's funny because you can have someone do some major criminal stuff and not have to pay that kind of stuff, and somebody catch fish. And I assume, you know, that you catch this much, maybe it's going to a fish market. I don't know. Maybe it's free being frozen by someone for, you know, future meals, but it gets to be, all right. Back on the record on SN 2247881 and SN 2247882, the People versus MD Mia.
যাদের আবার কেস দেখছেন, যাদের ভাই কেস দেখছেন SN 2247 88 SN 2247 88 সিটি ভার্সেস MD Najim Mia.
All right. The assistant prosecutor for the state is here and indicated that is a reduction that she's given to Mr. Mia. And that, would you put that on the court, on the record again, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor. Paul Cole, on behalf of the people, under the statute, conservation statute, Michigan conservation statute, anything over 25 fish, it's $10 per fish. And it's my understanding, from speaking with the conservation officer, there were 82 fish over the legal limit of 25. And he was indicating $820, and I'm like, can we possibly reduce this to a fee of $500? And he agreed to that. But also we insist on a $10 conservation fee to be added to that amount.
See, that's amazingly a situation where now you have a conservation officer who has more power than the judge because he can look at it and say, no, I'm going to reduce it down. And, you know, a state certified officer who has more power than a judge, basically saying, hey, this is what the statute says, but I can reduce it down. I don't see the logic in that. I don't understand the.
Well, I did kind of bend this out. I said $800. I said, you know.
Yeah, I understand that, but the fact that he can
has
do, he has authority greater than what an elected judge can do, which makes no sense to me. So, because what, if in fact the state wants to have some conservation statutes and to put a fine to it, then who gives that person the authority to reduce it? Because then there's a legislature that says that this is what the fine is. Now the officer has the ability. So that's like saying a police officer who writes a ticket for someone driving 50 miles over the speed limit can say, well, I'm gonna write you this ticket for 50 miles over the speed limit, but I'm gonna allow you to plead to less, and that doesn't have to go before a judge. That makes no sense to me. So, in any event, you know, that's a lot of power. I get to write the ticket and do the
I
office.
know we're on the record still, but I'm thinking it might be a good idea for maybe to set up a Zoom meeting with a representative from conservation.
That needs to be done. So,
Okay.
in any
I will
event,
work
so,
on that.
all right. Now, so I will allow Mr. Mia, you know, because I actually want to challenge it with the state just because I want to know where that authority comes from. But in any event, so we're not going to do that now. We're not going to make this a test case. Maybe that should come one day, but it's kind of ridiculous. So, in any event, what was the reduced offer? Oh, hold on 1 second. Interpreter, can you kind of sum that up for your client?
Yes, Judge. If you given the opportunity, Judge. Thank you. By Judge to খুব আপসেট বুঝছেন সরকারি উকিলের প্রসিকিউটরে হইরা যায় এটা তো পুলিশের পাওয়ার জাজর তো এখন ইলেক্টেড জাজ আমি আমার তো তার পাওয়ার বেশি তাইলে দেখা যায় এগুলি আমি আরো দিন রিপোর্ট করবো স্টেটের লয়ে স্টেট আইবো আমি খুব মনে করি এটা একটা খুবই মানে খারাপ জিনিস মনে করি আমি খুব এগুলো লয়ে আমি খুব পেরেশান মনে করি আমার কাছে গ্রহণযোগ্য নাই আপনার যে অত টাকা ফাইন ওটা ভীষণ লাগে এবং অফিসারে ডিসাইড করে নিতে পারে আমি হে আমার তো তার পাওয়ার বেশি তো এনিওয়ে এখন তাইন সাইরা যে এখন শেষ করলি তাবাদ ইগু তাইন ছাড় দিতা না এগুলিয়া তাইন স্টেটর লগে বুঝাপড়া করবা
All right. Mr. Rucker?
Yes, Your Honor.
Again, I'm going to allow this to go through and as presented. Would you state on the record again what, and I think it's a little more of a wrinkle added to it, not a wrinkle, something that's going to be a bit more advantageous for your client, because I will put a delayed sentence on it, so the matter will be totally dismissed after a period of time. So, but you can talk to your client and say how quickly he can pay this, if he can pay it at all.
Judge, may I?
Yes.
My client, he told me that he's going to pay it right now. Whatever you decide, he will pay it right now. He said, I'm going to get away done with it. If I would know, I would never do that. And he's very upset. This is the fourth time I came. I've been told the first day that undersized would be dismissed, but over limit I have to pay. Now I have to pay for everything and that much money, but I want to pay it right now. I want to get it done today.
All right. All right. Then what I'm going to do is we're going to do a delayed sentence. Upon payment, the matter will be dismissed.
Agreed.
যাতে করে যদি ফাইন দিলাতে ম্যাটার ডিসমিস হয়ে যাব সরকারি উকিল হোসেন আমি আপনাদের একমত
And the total amount was $500?
And $510.
$510.
টোটাল জরিমানা যাতে করে $510 নেই তাই কইছে না $510
All right. $510. All right. Counsel, would you tell your client if he can pay the $510, the matter will be dismissed?
উকিলরে কইরা যাজে যে তোমার মক্কেলরে খো হে যদি $510 জরিমানা আইসকু দিলাই তার কেস আমি আইসকু ডিসমিস করলিমু
Mr. Mia, if you pay the $500 today the matter will be dismissed. The $510 today, the matter will be dismissed.
ভাই জনাব মিয়া তুমি যদি $510 আজকে দিলা হতে তোমার কেস ডিসমিস হয়ে যাব তুমি কিন্তু আজকে দিলেই বাইনি
Mr. Mia,
জনাব মিয়া আপনি আসেননি ভাই
mute your microphone.
আনমিউট করো কা ভাই
Yes, yes, yes. শেষ করলাম এখনো রাইট
আপনি
নাও
আজকে আপনি আজকে পে কইলি বানি কইরা যাজে কইছেন যদি আজকে পে কইলাইন উকিল রে কইছেন আপনারা জিগাই পারলে আজকে পে কইলে আপনি আজকেও তানি কেস ডিসমিস করে কেস ক্লোজ কইলি বা
আমি তো
উকিলে জিগাই আপনি কি আজকে পে কইলি বানি
এখন আমি পে করলে কিলা পে করতাম আমি কার্ড মারি
I
দিলাম
will pay it right now. How I to pay?
All right. Hold on. We'll get to that. The camera turned. Is there a conservation officer with you?
No, that's his person that was helping him talk.
Oh, there was someone helping you. Okay. All right. What we're going to do, sir, counsel, we're going to have to explain to Mr. Mia how he can pay that. So he can, and what will happen is once it's paid, or if he pays it today, it'll be dismissed tomorrow. The whole case will be dismissed tomorrow.
উকিল রে কইরা সরকার আপনারা যে উকিল দিছেন সিটির পক্ষতে তান্তে কইরা আপনারা কইবা লাগি যে আপনি যদি আপনারা কইবা লাগি আপনি কিলা পে করতা আর আপনি যদি একটু পে কইলাইন তে খাইলতাইন আপনার টিকেট ডিসমিস কইলিবা এবং কেস বন্ধ কইলিবা
এখন কার্ড মারি দিতাম পে রাইট নাও কার্ড মারি করলে বসে রাখবেন আমি তো বেজাল চাই না
I can pay by my card right now.
আমি আস্তে আস্তে দিব পয়সা কার্ড
Okay,
All
Mr.
right.
Then you can pay it online at 36th District Court.
By আপনি অনলাইনও I 36districtcourt.com গিয়ে অনলাইনে পে করতে পারবা
And make sure you have the ticket numbers because you're going to need those to pay the tickets.
মেক শিওর আপনি টিকেট নাম্বার আপনি এন্টার করবা যে আপনার যাতে কিতা লাগি দিও টিকেট নাম্বার দিও টিকেট হলে পে কররা
আমি এখনো পে করলে বস
I'll pay it now. I also told him, Mr. Rocker, that I told him that he can go in person at 36 District Court on the first floor. He can tell his name and show the ticket, and he can pay in person too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, one second. Attorney Cole, can we just dismiss one case so he could just pay on one and then that'll be, because it's just 510 and that'll just make it easier. So he's gonna pay on ticket number SN 2247882.
So, আপনি কে যাজে হইরা যে এ যখন যত পয়সা দে তাইলে একটা টিকেট আমি ডিসমিস করে লিতাম চাইরাম আর একটা টিকেট খালি পে করবো যেটা নাম্বার হলো SN 22478882
That's the ticket with possession of fish over the limit. Pay the 510 on that. Both matters will be dismissed that right after he pays it.
ওকে এবং এটা 882 যেটা হলো এটা ওভার লিমিট মানে নিয়মের চেয়ে অতিরিক্ত ধরার লাগি এবং এটা ফাইন হলো $510 এবং ডিও টিকেটে আপনার একটা ডিসমিস করলাম আপনার আজকেও গুড পে করলিলে কালকে গু রাইট ওয়ে ডিসমিস হয়ে যাব
And Your Honor, I just like to say, I've just been trying to look up this stuff on the fly because this was interesting, but I do see something based on what you said, so I think it's my duty to present. It says, Michigan DNR regulations include violations of Michigan DNR regulations, our criminal cases, and the judges has considerable discretion when deciding what the penalty to impose. So I think you were on the right track because it says 52,500 and everything that I could find was like different jurisdictions, like up in Roscommon. That's what they came up with, $10, and certain places might do it. But yes, you are right. It's a criminal. And basically you had a guidelines to work within. So I just want to note that.
ফাইন কইছেন সরকারি যে আপনার হাউসর সিটির উকিল আপনার পক্ষতনে জনাব রাকারে জাজ রে কইরা জাজ আমি পাইছি তুকাইয়া আপনার উপরে কনজারভেশন নাই আপনার অধিকার আছে আপনি ইয়ে করতে পারবা এখন জায়গাত এখন ধরনের ফি বাট আমি এটা পাইছি আমি এটা নোট করিও রাখলাম যে আপনার মানে মানে রায় দিতে পারতো না আপনি যেটা হইব অক্টো মানতে হইব
Yeah, well, Mr. Rucker, I appreciate you doing that. It put me in a position of saying I've never seen a criminal case where the discretion from the judge is totally disregarded. I cannot. Civil cases are totally different. You can set your fines and you can do those things for civil fine. I've never seen a criminal case where the officer writes the ticket and pronounces judgment, and you're required to do that. So, quite frankly, I think I would have went to trial, but I've never seen that in any jurisdiction where you have taken the discretion away from a judge over a criminal case.
সাজে কইরা যে সিভিল কেসও এইলা করা যায় ফাইন মনে আপনার নির্ধারণ কিন্তু ক্রিমিনাল কোন ম্যাটারও আপনার যে অফিসারে পুলিশ অফিসারে টিকিট দেওয়া পুলিশ অফিসারে কইলিব ফাইন কমাইতে পারো বাড়াইতে পারো এটা জাজের উপরে এটা আমার জীবনে আমি চিনা মানে অতদিন ধরে ইয়ে করলাম জজগিরি করলাম যে বাট এটা নিয়মে বিচারও যাইতো বাট এনিওয়ে আমি এটা আর খেতা হইতাম
ওই নেট হতে পারিব আমার জিন্দগি তো আর হইতা না বেলাইনের মাছ মারা
I'll never ever go to the Belle Isle again in my life to catch the fish.
বেলাইলে যাইতো ওই বেলাইলে যাইতো মাছ তো
Still got people out here.
I know. All right. So right now, that's what we have. He's gonna pay the $500. Just tell him he can come to 36th District Court and he can pay us fine.
জাজে কইরা যে আপনার স্ট্র্যাটেজি ডিস্ট্রিক্ট কোর্টও আপনি গিয়া ফার্স্ট ফ্লোরও ও ফার্স্ট $10 ফাইন দিলেন যেন আপনার কেস টাইম ক্লোজ করে লিবা সিস্টেমও দেখার লগে লগে আইসকু বা খেলকু
কিন্তু না করা যাইতো না অন্তত ক্রেডিট কার্ড দি
I cannot pay right now over my credit card to the court.
Yes, you can. If you know how to contact the court.
How they do it over the Zoom with us, no.
No, you can't. No, you can't pay through me, sir. That goes through the court.
আপনি আমার মাধ্যমে দিতে পারতাই না আপনি কোর্টও অনলাইনও গিয়া অথবা ইন পারসন গিয়া দিতায়
আচ্ছা ওকে ওকে ঠিক আছে আমরা জেলা দিয়ে দিব গিয়া দিয়ে কাটে দিয়ে দিব
Okay, I'll pay either way in person or online.
All right.
Okay, all right.
All right.
Okay,
Thank
bye.
you.
ধন্যবাদ থ্যাংক ইউ জাজ
Thank you. Have a good day.
সিকিউরিটি ভাই বলি বাবু দিস শেষ হইছে বলি
Okay.
Okay.
Your Honor,
Yes.
the officers are here that just popped out the breakout room. They are here for Mr. Minor. We have an offer that he is accepting. I'm sorry, I thought I turned on. We have an offer that he is accepting. If you want to get those officers out, we're ready to move forward with that.
Okay. Mr. Who did you say, Mr.?
Minor.
All right. Wow. How many tickets do we have here?
We have several no PO tickets. So I believe 9 of them are being dismissed for no PO. We only have 5 that are going to move forward with officers present. He is pleading to 3 and dismissing 2. I think I said that right.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 charges, correct? Yes.
Oh, yep, that's right. I had that next to the wrong name. That's correct.
All right.
So it's 7 dismissed for no POs. I marked the wrong name. I apologize on my docket. 7 matters dismissed for no POs.
Okay, hold on, let me pull my sheets out. Let's see, there's no officer here for, no officer Roulette. Rollet, Rollett, for ticket ending in 511. That will be dismissed. The officer is here for Moore. George Moore is here. Brand Rushton is not here, so that'll be dismissed. Luca Johnson is not here, so that'll be dismissed. Robbie Micah is here and Robbie Burso. So there's 5 charges here that the officer are here for, so
Yes.
that, okay.
And then according to the offer, if he pleads to 1 count of a delayed sentence on that disorderly person, 1 count of improper plate, and 1 count of failure to display, then the improper license and the unregistered motor vehicle will be dismissed.
So it's pleading to 3 counts
Yes, get rid of 2.
and dismissing 2. All right, let me just call all these cases right now. Mr. Myron Minor. Unmute your microphone, raise your right hand, state your full name.
You gotta
You have to
unmute your phone,
unmute.
sir.
Myron William Minor.
All right. All right, Mr. Minor, you have ticket number 1948560, the People versus Myron, Myron, Minor, Minor. You're charged on this case with no operator's license. You have ticket number 1848267. You have 3 counts. They are all misdemeanors. No insurance, no operator's license, and unregistered motor vehicle. You have ticket number U521-54119, loitering in the place of illegal occupation. You have 17409-294, driver license suspended, no registration, and no insurance. Those are all misdemeanors. You have ticket number 281569, driver license suspended, unregistered motor vehicle, and no insurance. You have ticket number, what is this? 737012. And this is let's see. Yeah, 217370121. And that is unregistered motor vehicle, and 217370122. And that is driving while license suspended. Okay, did I call them all? Let's see. Nope. There's 13X868751. No operator's license on person. All right. All right, Mr. Minor, that's your 12 tickets that we have out here today. And you have right up front, you have the ticket ending in 511, operating vehicle without a license. That ticket is going to be dismissed because the officer has failed to appear. You have ticket number 162815691, a driver with license suspended. There's an officer Rushton with the city of Detroit. That officer has failed to appear. You have ticket number 184826271. No insurance. Nope, strike that. That officer is here. gonna do this a little differently. 174092941. There's an officer, looks like Johnson. That officer has failed to appear. 162815693. That's the same officer, Rushton, Rushton. That officer has failed to appear. That matter is dismissed. 162815692. Officer Rushton. 162815691. Officer Rushton. The officers have failed to appear on those matters. Those matters are dismissed. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cases that are dismissed because the officer has failed to appear. In other words, this matter was scheduled for 9 o'clock for a trial. It is now 11:10. The officers have failed to appear. The court is going to dismiss those cases without prejudice. That simply means that the officer is not here today because of some valid reason. If that officer is on military leave, sick leave, special assignment in another courtroom, or anything that is explainable, they can reissue these matters. They are dismissed without prejudice. But today they are dismissed. That leaves you with 5 tickets, I believe. Yes.
Did you include ticket number 217370-121 and 2? That one does not have an officer's name next to it, but it is also set for trial. As there's no officer present on those matters, we have a motion to dismiss on those matters.
You're absolutely correct, Counsel. I did not read those tickets, but you're absolutely correct. Those are tickets number, it's 1 stop, 2 tickets, 2 counts under the ticket. That is ticket number 21737012, count 1, and same ticket number, count 2. That is a unregistered or untitled vehicle and driving without a valid license. Those 2 matters are dismissed as well.
So, Your Honor, that would lead us to 7 total tickets dismissed for no PO, as indicated when I first spoke on the record.
That is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is correct.
Yes.
And all of those numbers I've cited for the record, those are all dismissed for failure to appear by an officer. And as I said, they are all dismissed without prejudice. That leaves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tickets that the officers are present for. Those 5 tickets, the people have made an offer on that. There was a plea to 3 of them. The other 2 would be dismissed. The tickets that, let me pull them out so I can read them on the record, which ones we're going with. And Mr. Minor, let me say one other thing. You have tickets out here going back to 2013. If you come back before me and your last name is Minor, which means you will come back before me if you have more tickets. If you come back with more tickets, you are going to jail. If these tickets go to trial or whatever, and you're found guilty or you plead guilty, you are going to jail. You have done what you wanted to do for a number of years, all the way back to 2013. You haven't had a driver's license. There is no reason for that. I don't want a fine from you if you come back before me again. You are going to jail, period. And if you want to know why, look at yourself, because you did this. It ain't me sending you to jail. It is you sending yourself to jail because I'm telling you in advance.
Hi, man. Can I have a kiss?
All right. Now, the other officers are here for the other tickets. Do you want to take a trial, or do you want to take advantage of the offer that the prosecution has made that if you pled to 3, 2 more would be dismissed?
Yes, I'll take. I'll take.
Okay. All right. You understand that you have a constitutional right to go to trial on these matters?
Yes.
You understand by pleading guilty, you give up that right?
Yes, sir.
Are you pleading guilty of your own free will?
Yes.
Are you pleading guilty because you are in fact guilty?
Yeah.
All right, sir. On ticket U-521-54119 on the date of March 11th of 2019, were you in an area near Finkel and Sussex in the city of Detroit?
Yeah.
Officer wrote you a ticket for loitering in a place of illegal occupation. It does say that it's a non-narcotic related illegal occupation, but it says you were loitering in that place of illegal occupation. Did that occur, sir?
Can I,
Did
can
that?
can I ask you a question, Your
Nope,
Honor?
you can't ask me questions, sir. I just need to know, were you there and was it a legal occupation and did you know it was there? If you need to talk to an attorney, you can do that, but I can't, you can't ask me questions. I can't, I'm not your attorney. I'm not representing you and I can't give you legal advice. That's why we have attorneys out here for you to talk to.
Okay, can I say then?
Yeah, we'll let you
Mr.
talk to the
Minor,
attorney.
give me
Yeah.
1 second. I don't want you saying anything on the record without talking to me first.
I'm
So
not
we're
gonna
gonna go
allow
back.
him, counsel.
Okay.
I stopped him. I'm not gonna allow him to speak to you. I mean, to me.
Well, can I speak to?
Give us just a minute. We're gonna get you back in the breakout room, okay? So you can have complete clarity.
Okay,
Okay, thank you.
all right.
Don't say anything while your attorney is not here, out here, so. See, she's gonna take you in a private room.
Okay.
Mr. Minor, you should have a prompt on your screen to join the breakout room. Please do that, and I'm coming. Your Honor,
Yes,
for Mr. Minor,
yes.
on the disorderly conduct ticket where you said that there was an illegal occupation taking place, we are going to have a
Yes.
trial on that matter and we'll move forward with the other, please.
Very well. We'll get Ms. Rogers into the courtroom.
Thank you.
In fact, let's let her come in now, so. Because if she can have a trial, she may just want to have a trial on everyone else that has an officer on it, so.
Okay. Well, I'm a trial attorney. I'm available. I'm here all morning.
I understand that. I'm just saying I can't make that decision for her, so we have to get her back here because if she goes to trial, she may say we're going to trial on all of them ones, all that are available. So
Okay.
we'll get Ms. Rogers back.
I texted her and told her we did.
Attorney Gaten Robinson, do you need to speak to me in a breakout room?
Yes. Which room do you want me to meet you in?
I'm not co-host yet. Can you just invite me to one, please?
I sure will.
Thank you.
Madam Clerk,
Yes,
can you put Mr. Mills in breakout room 1?
sure.
See what he wants to do. Thanks.
Mr. Mills, you can actually go back into room 1. If you tap on your screen, you'll see something that says more, and it should say breakout room number 1. Were you able to find it? Oh, I guess so. Good job. Attorney Rucker, can we do Mr. Mills?
Yeah, I'm pulling him out now. Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Mills, while we're waiting. Attorney.
All right, Mr. Mills.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir. All right, I already swore you in earlier and we adjourned this matter.
We set aside because he couldn't make a fact.
Right, couldn't make a factual basis.
Mr. Mills indicated he'd like to have a bench trial with regard to this matter.
Very well. Wait a minute. Did Miss Rogers look at this? Did we have Miss Rogers look at this? I think she'll dismiss it, counsel.
Oh, really? Yeah, I think she was the one that gave me the offer originally. Someone gave me the offer.
Right. No, they give you an offer before they know if you have an affirmative defense.
Oh, I see.
And if you're saying that I have an affirmative defense, no, I didn't have a registration because it's not my car, then she'll look at that here.
She's in breakout room number 7, so she'll.
Yeah, the offer is made without knowing. And oh, here, Miss Rogers just walked into the courtroom.
But I'm still on Zoom. I see the ticket.
Who you need?
Minors. I need that.
That's okay.
Oh,
I
this
need
is,
minors and I need meals apparently.
okay, minor is here. Yeah, this Mills is, this person says, oh, yes, I was driving the car. He's pleading guilty. And I asked him, was it your car? And he's like, no.
Your Honor.
I'm going for it. Yes.
We have an updated offer in the Mr. Minor matter. The disorderly conduct ticket is going to be dismissed. He's just going to be pleading to the no license and improper plates, the failure to display and improper plates.
That is
Very
correct.
well.
And the
So-
dismissal is for officer no recollection.
Okay. All righty, so here it is. So mine, okay, so all right, this is still an old offer, so you didn't write on a new one. I just need to know what's going on again.
He's pleading to 1 count of improper plates
Okay,
and
now
the
the
1
ticket
count of
number.
failure to display.
One
That was
improper
on the
plate.
ticket number 18-482-6271 is being dismissed.
Hold on, counsel. Who are we looking at?
Mr. Minor.
That's not the ticket numbers that I have for minor. I have for minor, I have ticket number 482627 and 485560, and the one that's being dismissed. So the ticket numbers that you said were not for minor. Because minor had
48,
Yeah.
the first 2 numbers are 18 on the docket. Don't worry about it. 486273.
Okay, all right.
486271.
Okay. I got
601.
that.
I'm sorry.
All right.
Mr. Mills,
Yeah.
who called one?
Counsel.
Hold
Counsel.
on. We're in the
No,
middle of a
What-
flip. He got to go on. Y'all
Oh,
got to
I'm
go on
sorry.
the breakout room, Rucker.
All right, Mr. Minor.
Yes, sir.
All right, I swore you, so you're still under oath, sir. The people have made an offer, sir, that if you were to plead to, one second. It's 3 counts. Is that correct, counsel?
No, he's now pleading to 2 counts. The disorderly conduct is being dismissed.
Okay, the disorderly conduct. Yeah, I know. I got that one. That one's being dismissed. So, and so that leaves 3 tickets, or no more than that.
It leaves
No,
4
that leaves
tickets.
4. That leaves 4, correct. And which ones are we pleading to now? Because again, I'm doing this by ear because I don't have a form on it now. So which ones we're pleading to?
Ticket ending in 5601.
Yes.
That's going to be a failure to display.
Okay. All right. What else?
Ticket ending in 6272.
Okay.
I'm sorry, 6273.
Okay.
That's
So
going to
that's
be
our-
an improper plates.
Okay. And that's the only 2 that's left. Everything else is dismissed, right?
Yes.
7-3. Okay. All right, Mr. Minor. Here we go again. We're gonna get this one right this time. You've indicated that you want to take advantage of the offer. You were sworn. You understand you have a constitutional right to go to trial. You reject that. You've indicated you want to take the plea that was offered you today. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. You understand by pleading guilty, you give up your right to trial.
Yes.
You're pleading guilty because you are guilty.
Yeah.
Mr. Minor, on the date of, on ticket number 1848267, count 2, on the date of May the 23rd, 2018, were you driving a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit without a valid license?
Yes.
Court to find you guilty of improper plates on that same ticket number, same date. The vehicle you were driving, was that your vehicle, sir?
Yes.
And was that vehicle registered at that time?
No.
Okay. So, counsel,
That's fine, Your Honor. Those
no,
are,
I understand that, but that's.
he's pleading to two
Okay.
tickets, Your Honor, one for failure to display.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just trying to make sure. All right. 627. What's making me take pause is that's not the normal offer that she makes for a charge of lights and wait a minute, 6273. See, that's an unregistered motor vehicle. That's not what she normally offers. The improper plate is normally what she, no, 673. Unregistered vehicle
Let me look, let
reduced
me
to
make sure, let me make sure I didn't say something wrong. One moment. I have the offer here.
It's improper plate. It's reduced to improper plate.
Yes.
6273. 6273 and 62601. Okay. All right, I got it. The original charge was unregistered motor vehicle. That matter is being reduced to improper plate. So, Mr. Minor, on ticket number 1848267, count 3, you're charged with driving an unregistered motor vehicle, and the people are going to reduce that charge to improper plates. That's a lower charge. So, and for 194855601, the original charge was improper license, and they're reducing that to fail to display. Each one of those tickets, your fine for each one of those tickets is going to be $225. So that's $450 for both of them. The balance of the tickets are dismissed. You got that, Mr. Minor? You have to unmute, Mr. Minor.
Yes, I'm sorry.
All right, yeah. When we're talking, you don't have to mute, sir. We're having a free flow conversation. Okay. All right. So that's $450, sir, for the 2 tickets. The balance of your tickets are all dismissed. All right, Mr. Minor, that's that's a big break you got, because you had 12 tickets and you're only pleading to 2 now. That's $450. So can you pay that right away, or do you need time, Mr. Minor?
I need a little time.
How much time do you need?
Like 2 months.
60 days. All right. 60 days from today's date, Mr. Minor, is January the 8th, January 8th, 2024. That does not mean pay it on that date. That means pay on or before. So you have 2 months to to formulate it any kind of way you want. I don't care if you pay $20 tomorrow and 30 next day or 5 the next day, as long as 60 days from today's date on January the 8th, the entire 450 is paid. And I'm gonna do this for you, Mr. Minor. I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna give you 90 days. So February the 7th, February the 7th on 2024, the entire $450 must be paid.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Is there anything else?
No.
You're all set. All the other tickets are dismissed, Mr. Minor. So you got a break here. Again, I don't want to see you back, Mr. Minor. We're gonna have issues. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Good luck to you, sir. Stay safe.
All right, thank you.
Mr.
All right,
Mills.
counsel. Okay.
Officer Byrd, Officer Robbie, You guys are free to go.
Okay, thank you. Have a great day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mills. Go back in the, I sent you a chat, but go back in the room 1, please.
Go back in the breakout room.
Yes.
And Judge, Mr. Mills will be a dismissal.
What? Okay. Mr. Right. All right, Mr. Mills.
Yes, sir.
All right, let me just put this on the record. This is ticket P1435328, People versus Charles Mills. Mr. Mills, you were charged with driving a motor vehicle without a valid registration. You're charged with driving a motor vehicle without insurance. When I was voir dire you or asking you questions, sir, you indicated it was not your vehicle and you did not know that it was unregistered. In the law, sir, there's 2 things that are required. You have to have knowledge that you're doing something criminal and or what you're doing, and it has to be an act that you're actually doing something that is criminal. If it's not your vehicle, sir, you are not required to register a vehicle that's not yours. In fact, you can't register a vehicle that's not yours. By rights, you should know if those things are valid when you're driving someone else's car. But the reality of it is most people don't ask when there's people who they care about or family members but it's just actually no way anyone could prove that you knew that the vehicle was, unless the owner of the driver came in and said, oh, no, I told them right up front it wasn't registered. And if that doesn't happen, the verdict would probably have to be a not guilty anyway. So this matter is dismissed and you can sign off, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
It might be a good idea though, when you drive someone else's car, that you make sure that car is insured and it's have a registration, but so that's one of those practical things that you can tell that say it every day and people still won't do it. So let me drive your car. Okay. So, all right, Mr. Mills, it is dismissed. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr.
Are we done?
Yep, that looks like that is it, correct? Somebody don't tell me I'm not correct. I don't want to hear it. So.